Hey guys, it's Elizabeth. Welcome back to my channel. As I have been recently reflecting on my manifestation practices and all of the different areas of my life that I've improved through manifestation, the things that I've received and opened myself up to, one of the key things that stuck out as I reflected on this was how during difficult times where maybe I was feeling desperate or unable to figure out how to push myself forward, those were the times where I launched into manifestation, where things shifted so much faster, where things in my life opened up so much more. And in the moment, in those very, very difficult times where you feel like you are just beaten down, that nothing is going your way, that things are so hard, every inch you take forward, it's like 10 steps back. Those are the times that I have seen those biggest shifts, even though in the moment it doesn't feel like it. So, for example, I was going through the divorce. I talk about it a lot. I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing about it. And that part was moving very slow, much slower than I would have liked, that I anticipated. And that was difficult. And when I first got divorced, I was like, I am never getting married again. I'm not dating again. I am done. My focus is on my kids. My focus is on rebuilding my life. And then at some point, things shifted. Somebody was was interested in me. I turned this person down for a very long time. And eventually we met up outside of the context that we had met each other. And it was just a drink. And one thing led to another. And we had a very short relationship. And at that point, it's like, wow, I can do this again. I can open myself up to love again. I can open myself up to relationships. It's a normal human experience. And I deserve this and I can have it. And I started manifesting my relationship that I now have with my husband. Once I opened up and I got into alignment and I was ready, it didn't take very long. I was in that kind of desperation place, and my husband wasn't the first person that I dated, that I married. There were some people in between. However, as I pulled on those manifestation practices, and in that, I'm going to call it desperation. That's not the right word. I need to figure out the right word. It was that energy of like very focused manifestation where I was all in. I was visualizing all the time, visualizing all the time. I was in lockstep with every single manifestation practice that I had in my toolbox. And things moved so quickly. And there were so many other things, not just in my love life, that were moving so quickly, but I was spending a lot of time by myself. I had my kids half the time. We have 50-50 joint custody. And so we have a 2-2-5 schedule. So we get them 5 days in a row, 2 days in a row. And so on those 5 day stretches, they were with their dad. I had a lot of time to do that inner work, to reflect on myself, to put those manifestation practices to good use, doing the things I loved. I was painting. I was so creative. I was spending a lot of time at the beach, no matter what time of the year. And I was focused 100% on my personal development, my manifestation process, because I was in that state where I needed to see change. It was imperative for my life. I had come out of this situation with my ex-husband that had left me kind of raw and bleeding inside and needing to rebuild. And in that very difficult time came all of this beauty. And in the moment when you're going through it, you can't see it. It's almost impossible when you're there to see it. But in my experience, when you are there, that's when that growth is like an explosion within you. And so now my life is really stable. Things are wonderful. I have the most amazing partner. I have the most amazing kids, and my relationships there have been repaired. And we just manifested a free vacation that we're going on in a couple weeks. My work life is great. So I don't want to say all these things to brag about it, but that's what manifestation does. And I was to the point where, okay, I have everything that I want. I have built the life that I want. Where do I go from here? And that's part of the reflecting I've been doing. So I'm here, now what? And I don't want to go back to that place of desperation, but I want to give anybody who is out there where I was that hope and understanding that when you get to the other side, you're going to see it, you're going to feel it, and you are going to know what I'm talking about. And so stick with that and don't let all of that desperation energy get you down. Put that positive spin on things to get you. I don't mean to spiritually bypass anything, but look at your life with that glass half full, knowing the universe is taking care of you, knowing that you are going to be catapulted in to that new life track, that new lifeline. Will it look exactly like what you thought it will? Maybe, maybe not. And then when you get to that other side, how can you grasp on to that beautiful creation energy to keep on creating? Keep on having and taking those baby steps into the higher lifelines, because no matter where you are now, no matter what you're experiencing, there are higher lifelines. There are always higher lifelines. And so how do you get clear on what that is? And reflection and journaling and going and being in nature, all of those things will help you. And reflecting back, when I was in that difficult place, what was I doing, and understanding those things to get you there. And it was focusing on myself, focusing on what I needed instead of all the responsibilities of what everybody else in my life needs. And that's kind of the place I'm in now, right? Get up in the morning, I'm making lunch for everybody, I'm driving kids around, I am taking kids shopping and working long hours in my job and all of those things. And so where can I get that piece of me back, where I am focused on my personal development, focused on my manifesting, my art? What do I need? And so I'm asking you, challenging you today to really think about what is it that you need to get into that flow state where you're manifesting everything that you want, that energy to build and to create and to powerfully shift onto that lifeline. So for me, in thinking that through, it is all about routine. I need to build my routine back. And so exercise is one of that, and movement is in there. And that space, having that non-negotiable meditation time where I am meditating my 20 minutes every day when I first wake up, and I am going to the beach and doing those things that I love. Now, can I incorporate the people that I love in it? Yes, for sure. Because when you manifest with other people, it creates an just extraordinary amount of energy and power. And when I say that, I don't mean you have to be manifesting with them. Like, this is not something my kids are interested in, but the energy of relationships is really powerful. So let me know where you are in your journey, how this resonates with you, what you're doing. And I would love to hear everything in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to be notified whenever I post new videos like this. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll catch you next time.